Alright everyone, welcome back into another MLB props video, touching on the top props on PrizePicks and Underdog today. Just real quickly, recap of yesterday's slip. So the top prop that we had available on the day was that hitting fantasy score prop with Paul Goldschmidt. That kind of seemed like one we couldn't pass up on. And then the two that missed on the MLB's props video was, two bets that, they're just good bets to make, just given the discrepancies that we had. This one had a 54% chance to hit via the sportsbook line. So, I'm all right with that one missing. And then this one actually helped us to have a good profit on an underdog slip that I ran out for eSport. And then looking at the NBA Summer League props from yesterday, this was super frustrating. I had so many slips that were two-leg bets that just ended up being DNPs, or three-leg bets where they ended up being DNPs. Just like, man, we had a big edge on a lot of these too. If they had just played, they didn't. But the two kind of, I would say the Isaiah Mobley one was just super easy. He's just kind of been a plug and play. And then looking at Hudgens as well, I wouldn't say that one was super easy, but it was nice to see that one hit. So kind of a frustrating day because it felt like it should have been a really massive day. All in all, for a Sunday, we'll take that. All right, so looking at the board for today, it is going to be one in which we are very limited with the props that we have available to pull from today. Probably not going to get that many NBA Summer League props just because it's one game. And looking at right now, we don't have any pitching fantasy score props as well. So we'll see. We'll go through the process. There is one that is sticking out right now that will probably get bumped. So I'll mention it. It's already a prop bet that I called out in the Discord chat. It's going to be Sonny Gray for over 5.5 strikeouts. I fully expect this to get bumped. Underdog has already bumped it, but I just want to call that out real quick. Take advantage of it if it's still there by this video being uploaded. It won't be probably, but figured I should mention it. And then just looking at kind of what we have going right now, there's not like that many that we have going right now in terms of good bets that we should be making, at least on PrizePicks. We'll see, this one could be a slight edge, but only about a 52% chance to hit. The projection difference isn't that great as well, so probably just gonna be one that we're gonna stay away from. What I want to call is gonna be the hitting fantasy score props, because we are getting a decent one as well, and we are getting like a decent chance to potentially run out a stack. So the best one that we have right now is gonna be Freddie Freeman for over his hitting fantasy score. We will see that the PrizePicks line has it set at 8, Vegas line has it set at 10.45, and then the projection data has it set at 10. So obviously not as good as the Paul Goldschmidt prop from yesterday, where it was a 3-run difference. But the game is kind of looking like a higher scoring game at 9.5 runs. Actually, all the games today are kind of decently attractive in terms of, potential hitting fantasy score props. But what I like about this one specifically is not only do we get Freddie Freeman popping up as a good prop that we could be on, we also get Mookie Betts as a good prop that is popping up. So those could be two potentially good ones to go out and target. And I think that we should. We look at Freddie Freeman, we can see very much hit or miss, but when he has been able to get the over, he's kind of crushed it. Then we look at Mookie Betts, kind of the same thing, a little bit more consistent though, I guess, with 7 and 8 there. Given the fact that this is a game stack, I don't mind that. You could also run out, a couple of players on the back end as well. If you wanted to roll with that, you could, a little bit of a game stack. I don't hate that idea, especially with the board that we have available today. That might be our only option. And then I was really hoping that we would get some pitching fantasy score props. That's why I was waiting for this video, was hoping that we would get some pitching fantasy score props, but now it's kind of late in the day, and honestly, the more I wait, the more it kind of hurts the channel, honestly, to upload a video like that. But I want to call that out because yesterday kind of the same thing happened, where midway through the day, Garrett Cole's pitching fantasy score prop was one that we should target. Vegas line was over, the projection line was over. So if you guys are someone that is a 9-to-5 member, just be on the lookout for the pitching fantasy score PrizePicks props when they become available on PrizePicks. And then just real quickly, taking a peek at some esports based props, because, well, we kind of have to today because we just don't have that many good MLB props. So looking at the ones where we had the best odds to hit, I don't mind the idea of maybe just running out a separate esports based stack here, where we bet the under on PrizePicks here and then the over on Underdog for these three, because they have the best percent odds to cash based off of the prop line differences that we are getting there. And like, here's a good example of that coming to fruition there. This is one from yesterday where we had a decent amount of prop line differences, and it's not always going to hit it, obviously, right? These are 4-leg, 3-leg bets that will pay off in the long term. So I just kind of want to call that out as well. And then just flipping this around, seeing if we are getting any big prop line differences. Not really. Okay. When we flip it around, maybe headshots for CSGO, but that's about it. Let's see where we're getting the biggest discrepancies in the props. Basically 2 on Valorant. That's not that much, as we can see by the percent difference. Then also flipping around, 2 again. So nothing too huge. It's kind of an unfortunate day. So this is my bet of the day, and full disclosure, I can almost guarantee that this prop is going to be gone by the time I finish up this video. It typically takes 15 minutes after I get done recording. it's just too good. But I do want to just kind of point out, I do think we have a decent stacking opportunity in that game. So if you want to run it back with Baltimore, you could as well. Like I said, I'm kind of going to be hoping for us to get some good pitching fantasy score props to go maybe with the Freddie Freeman one or even the Mookie Betts one. But that's all for today. If you guys want access to that cheat sheet, it is available for just $10 a month. Make sure to click the link in the description below to get access to that. Let's have a good slate today, guys. And as always, let's keep cashing.